All right, today's video is a tool roll review. Try to say that 3 times fast, as well as taking a look at my mobile toolbox, my on-the-go toolbox, and I'll do some updates that you guys told me that I was missing in that toolbox video that I did not too long ago, and kind of compare the benefits of having a solid fixed box compared to a roll-up toolbox, especially for having it when on the go. All right, this thing is absolutely loaded and I'm pretty impressed with it. So I'm going to tell you the advantages of having a tool roll, as well as the advantages of sometimes having, a box like that. But either way, they both make great options for different scenarios when needing a mobile toolbox. So full transparency, I did accept this to do a review on, so this was sent to me. But the reason I had it sent to me, and I normally don't do reviews on tools unless I feel I really could use them or need them and it might be worthwhile doing, and it seemed like really good quality, was because I was going to an estate sale not too long after I put this setup together. And when I was going there, I was going to take off some vices and possibly some bench grinders. And it turned out I didn't do that. Forgot this was even in the trunk. And, it was like several weeks later, this thing was bouncing around, rolling around the trunk. Tools are sliding around. And I don't know. It just didn't feel right. And I thought that this could be a really good solution for keeping tools in my car all the time, for either when I go into an estate sale, I'll have the things I need, or maybe, hey, my sister's calling me and I don't have time to get home to get my box, or who knows, or you're having car trouble, right? And you could have a couple of tools handy, maybe a battery terminal's loose or whatnot. So let me show you what I got in here and how great this thing is. Now this thing is canvas, it's water resistant, it's got nice heavy buckles on it. And let's take a look how I got this thing loaded and set up. I think you're going to be impressed with how much stuff I was able to fit in this roll. And then once it's rolled open, it unrolls this way as well. And it's got a lot of compartments on it, as you can see there. So I'll take you through the first row of compartments that it has. It's got 3 large compartments in the back, and I got a large vice grip in there. I got what is that, a 10-inch wrench, crescent wrench. I got a pair of channel locks, larger channel locks in there. I was able to stick a hammer in here, which is kind of cool. It does stick slightly out the bag, but I wanted to have a hammer handy in case I need to knock something around. You could also put something that's a lot longer than a hammer. If you wanted to put like a longer pry bar and have it stick out the edge, hey, that's a great solution as well. So it has the 3 large ones across the back. It's got 8 elastic bands here, and there's 8 pouches, and then this kind of folds over, and that completes this first part of the compartment. And I'll run you through the tools there, the ones that I didn't show you in a minute. And then it's got this flap that's a nice little zipper flap that is over here, and you can put all sorts of stuff in it. And I love that it's see-through. What I have in here is a set of Cobalt USA, remember those days, and this is a metric as well as a standard size Allen key set. Those will always come in handy. Then there's this top flap. How cool is this? Once again, you got these see-through compartments as well as one solid compartment, and this folds down into here and then it gets rolled up, but I'll show you that later. For the purposes of this though, I'll show you what I got in here. In this compartment, look how nice this is. Puts it in there. This is a gear wrench. It's got your metric as well as SAE sockets. It's got some bits. It's a bit driver. I think that is just absolutely super handy to have on you at all times. Right? If going to be in the car, you want to have a battery terminal tool. I got an old knife in there. I got a couple punches in case I need to knock anything out. And then here's that 4-way tire tool. It's got your valves and your tool in there in case you ever need that. It's good to have it since this is going to be in the car. And then the other thing that this tool bag does is that this compartment can come completely off, which I'll show you in a minute. And that rolls up into its own separate pouch, which is just really cool. Let me just share with you the rest of the items I got here. I got that ball peen hammer like I showed you. I got a smaller wrench, got a standard screwdriver, got a number 2 Phillips, small channel locks. You could do a lot of damage, a lot of good things, I should say, with a small channel locks. Damage as well. Cutter, learned that from the first one that I needed that. Pair of nice pliers, some small channel locks, some cutters, wire strippers, got a screwdriver here with all the drill bits and tips in it. I got a flashlight back here. That's always handy. It's one of those cheap magnetic ones, not though rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about that. Just keep some fresh batteries in it. What else? I think that's about it for what I got in here. It packs quite a big punch, and what I really like about this is that when it's rolled up nice and tight, it won't be rolling around the car. It'll be secured. It'll be, in a position that I could tuck it under the seat if I wanted to. And, if I keep some inexpensive tools in it, worst case scenario, if it ended up, getting lost or stolen, it wouldn't be the biggest loss in the world. Where if you have a toolbox that's completely packed, it's pretty devastating. So now if you do unzip this, like I was saying earlier, this comes completely off. And this becomes its own roll. So, it's probably more in a hiking situation or a camping situation. But look how cool that is. Now this will buckle up. And that becomes its own. It's got its own hook if you want it to do. You could tie this in. It's its own pouch now. And you could carry that separate, and then you could always roll your tool bag up. It could be a smaller tool roll if you didn't need those packages as well. My guess would be, obviously, you want something you could hang if you're camping or if you're going fishing, so that's kind of cool. They really thought of a lot of things that would be practical. That is a nice, tidy little package. Measures 10 inches across. That'll take up very little space, easy to conceal, easy to take with you, even if you wanted to go into an estate sale or something with it, or wherever I need it. I did take this handle off, but I'll zip it into one of the pouches inside. It's kind of like a tote strap, so if you did have to carry it long distances, that could be really helpful. Now that's part 1 of this video. Let's get into part 2 of this video, which takes a closer look at the mobile toolbox from last time, and I took your feedback and incorporated some more tools into it. And this is a toolbox that is for when I gotta go and do some work at somebody else's house, mainly my sister's. And in that video, I took you through all the tools. I restored a couple of tools that are in it. I think I restored this nice channel locks, as well as this S-Wing hammer. And we went into all the tools that I put in the bottom as well as in the top to handle most general type carpentry or home fixes that you would need. Then in that video I said, hey guys, do you think I'm missing anything? Do you think there's something that could be really useful that I don't have in this toolbox? And you guys were super helpful in the comment sections letting me know. And that's what I have over here. So I'm going to go through that real quickly with you. Now, the number 1 item I forgot to add, and I say number 1 because it was in the comments most repetitively, is just a good utility knife. So that was a great call and a big miss by me. Then there was a few folks that said, hey, Tom, you should have a torpedo level in there. And hey, I got a couple of extras of those, so that was a good call. Scoutcrafter told me, hey, Tom, you're definitely missing some electrical tape. So that's a good suggestion as well. And then there was some folks that said, hey, you need a good side cutter. So I picked these up not too long ago, gave them a quick wipe down, and that is a good addition to the box as well. At least 1 to 2 people that told me a good pipe wrench, and this is that aluminum one I picked up not too long ago, so that won't be too heavy and weigh down the box. A pencil, can't believe I missed that. That can definitely be in handy. Didn't have a lineman's pliers. This is that Williams I picked up not too long ago, and by the way, it is Klein coats on a Williams lineman's pliers, so that's a good addition. Someone told me you should have a good little pry bar, crowbar in there. Can't agree more with that. And then these last couple were my things that I came up with that I figured I missed. Good pair of tin snips. These could be used in multiple applications for cutting all sorts of stuff. always very handy. And then I was going to throw in, I figured, you know what, I'm missing a little hacksaw, and I love these little hacksaw ones. But then I remembered I picked this thing up a while ago, and this is just it's almost a full size. It's kind of like a medium size hacksaw, and this is a Viking brand. And this one here, I just threw a new blade on. So now that you've seen all the additions, if you haven't seen the first video, check it out and let me know if you think I've missed anything else for this mobile toolbox. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Really appreciate you watching. Let me know in the comment section if you think there's some really good items. You saw the capacity I have in here. Let me know what you think of some items that would be helpful to keep with me at all times in the car for just general repairs or emergency situations. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.